Hello and welcome to another video on high altitude investing. Today's video is going to be a Bitcoin and altcoin price overview, and sorry about the audio quality. I'm moving into an apartment right now, so I haven't been able to set up all my microphones and stuff yet, but this is what we're working with, and I'll proceed as usual. So the first coin I want to talk about is Potcoin. Now, as we can see, yesterday I was buying up Potcoin as it came down and tested this Fibonacci 50% level, because I knew it was going to go up more, because this was a very clear uptrend that I didn't see, I didn't feel like it was going to be done uptrending. So I noticed that this was a resistance level and figured it would come down and test some support here at like 698 Satoshi. So that's like where I was mainly buying, was all around in here. And then after that little run, I started buying around in the 1000 Satoshi range, and have made significant profit since. As you can see, it's up 53% today. It's up quite significantly, but I'll give you a little long-term, or just like something you can kind of consider when trading this coin here. So it basically just hit like its 61% resistance level, so I wouldn't be surprised if it comes back down to the 1300 Satoshi range, and that would be a good buy area in anywhere in between the 1300 Satoshi range and the 1200 Satoshi range, because I feel like it may need to kind of find some support along in this range here. So, you know, I'd be keeping an eye on it. But I feel like I sold like almost all of my Potcoin today, because I'm just gonna, I made profit, so I'm just gonna hold out, wait, see what happens, see if I can find a better buy opportunity again. Made my profit off of it, but it's a very interesting coin, definitely one to keep your eye on. Lots of volume, nice breakout, nice bottom formation. Yeah, it's a nice uptrend, so wanted to point that one out. Now let's check out Ethereum. So my last thing I was talking about with Ethereum was basically that it was going to come double top again right here at this 61% resistance level, and it did just exactly that, and now we can see it's dropping off now. I don't really know how much it's going to drop off. I would assume quite significantly. But it's definitely at least going to come down to this 23% level at 0.16 or 0.016 Bitcoin. I think it's going to come hit that. If not, the 38%, which is 0.015. But it's being traded against Bitcoin right now, and I think it's going to lose a lot of strength and value. So, yeah, I've been shorting Ethereum. When it hits highs, like I put a short position at 0.22, 0.022. And so, we'll see what happens, but it's definitely coming down and dropping off right now. Lots of dumping, lots of exchanging into ETC. Remember how I was saying ETC was making a bottom formation? Well, turns out it ended up breaking below that bottom formation a little bit, at least against Bitcoin. And you can see here now it's breaking up, and we have a lot of volume. It's super cheap. Great time to buy, I think. In my eyes, it would be a really good time to buy ETC. I mean, look at that. The Fibonacci's are lining up right now, which means it's probably following its according bottom. This would be its actual bottom formation here. So, yeah, I think we're going to see a nice run in Ethereum Classic. So that's a really good buy. Now Rep Augur recently added, so we have to use smaller candlesticks to get accurate data. But you can see how it just dropped off at the start. For some reason somebody paid almost 2 Bitcoin for one. So, whatever. You know, sue yourself, dude. I would never pay 2 Bitcoin for one, right? Well, at least not now. Okay, so, as you can see, it came down and hit this bottom right here. And then it came down and broke below that bottom right here. But against Bitcoin, you can see that it didn't really make much of a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. Because it actually broke below right here. So, we'll see. I mean, it could run up, but I kind of think it's just hitting resistance and losing value against Bitcoin. Keep that in mind, because I'm going to explain that here in a minute. Okay, now XMR. I said that it was going to go to the 0.0122 range, so I was pretty much right on the money. 0.010, I believe, was the lowest. So let's go ahead and go to a 1 month view with 4-hour candlesticks. Now XMR, as you can see, yeah, its low was just below 0.001. Its low was 0.0099 Bitcoin. Now, it just came up and hit this first resistance here at 0.012, and it came back down. And I feel like this is going to be a nice bottom formation here. I think XMR and Bitcoin will run together in value. So I would be trading XMR against the US dollar tether, because that's what's going to be losing the strength. But both Bitcoin and XMR are going to moon. So yeah, that's what I see. You can see this nice just uptrend line right here that it's following. So just came and tested that 38% level like I was talking about, like I always talk about. But yeah, good things coming for XMR for sure. Very good things coming. A great time to buy. So that's a nice bottom. Let's look at AMP. AMP has been breaking high for ever since June. It's just been nice uptrend, so I feel like AMP is a good time to buy. Came up, hit its high, first resistance level, came down and found support at 0.002427 Bitcoin, and you know, played around in this resistance at 61%, 0.000286 Bitcoin, and is breaking high right now. It's up 5%, has pretty good volume. Definitely one to keep your eye on. Let's see. Factum. I want to talk about Factum too. So Factum has a pretty low available supply, as you can see over here. Factum, there's only 8 million of them, so, you know, there's not a ton of Factum, so the scarcity concept should imply value and growth here, depending on its inflation rate, which I don't really know much about, to be honest, but it does look like it came and made this 1, 2, 3 bottom continuation pattern at its 38% here. And as a trader, I know that that's a really good signal. And this huge bowl shape right here, that's a really good signal. So I see Factum increasing in value in the next little while quite significantly. So that's another one to keep your eye on, and a good buy today. Alright, so now let's look at the ETH markets. As you can see, everything is up against Ethereum. And that's what I was trying to point out earlier. Because, you know, like, I'm willing to trade rep against Ethereum. Because, let's see, let's get some better candlesticks here. Because it did make a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation right here against Ethereum. So I'm going to be trading most of these against Ethereum, like ETC. All of my ETC is worth a bunch right now. And I just keep buying in the lows, as you can see, against Ethereum. It's a much different idea. The bottom formation happened right here. Wait, let me get better candlesticks here. Bottom formation happened right here. And then we can see accumulation and uptrend potential. So, you know, Steam, really hard bottom, and again, lots of uptrend potential. The inflation rate of Steam, though, is really high, so that proposes value issues, but it may, I mean, obviously you can trade it and make money off of it, because it fluctuates, there's volatility, but it does generally downtrend. It would be nice if you could margin trade Steam because of the inflation rate. I've been wanting to do that ever since around here. So that was August. Now, as you can see, most stuff is down against XMR. There's a few coins up against it right now, but Made Safe, Bullberry, NXT, you know, the higher volume ones are down against it. And Dash is dojing against it right now. It's just, here, I'll show you what Dash is doing. Dash is dojing against it now. Whether it actually, oh man, come on. Whether it actually continues losing value like this against XMR Dash is very debatable for me, because Dash is a great investment. So Dash will probably be XMR's biggest competitor on its run up. So it's good to trade Dash against XMR basically. And Dash has a low available supply, so Dash, if it gets added to like a big marketplace or something like that, we may see a big run in value, and XMR may drop off a bit, because it is a private currency, Dash is. So, you know, we'll see what happens here, but there's a high probability that they run up together. Dash and XMR just run together. That's also a pretty high chance too, because they're both good investments. Now I wanted to point this out, kind of what's going on over here on Crypto Watch. You can see what's, you know, dropping off. Most alts are dropping off in value right now against Bitcoin, which is really important, because that's what I'm talking about next, is Bitcoin. Now, this is a long-term view of Bitcoin. So basically, since the beginning of BTCE, the exchange, when they started trading on here. So I wanted to point out that this uptrend right here this is a very important uptrend. So you can see it came and hit this level. I put the uptrend line at about 50 or $60. Yeah, $50 or $60 around there. About $58 is where I put the uptrend line. And then it came and hit it again at about 104. Came and hit it again at 284. Came and hit it again at 298. Came and hit it again at 460. Came and hit it again at 556. Came and rode it all along up here at 570, 580, all clear up to where we're at right now, which is 615. Now, this is just a very important time in Bitcoin. It's basically deciding what it's going to do against altcoins because of all the altcoin technology that's been kind of battling Bitcoin in value on its way up. But I personally think Bitcoin, XMR, and Dash are all just going to predominant, and Ethereum Classic are going to predominantly take over for a little while as Bitcoin runs up and hits this thousand range. Now, there's also the probability or chance that Ethereum or some other altcoin or whatever takes over the value of Bitcoin and it comes down and tests this range again, or it could even come down and test that 280 range that it hit on its uptrend here. But overall, I still don't see Bitcoin ever going below this 160 range. That would be insane. And if it did, I would buy a ton of it because there's just too many people that use Bitcoin for it to do that. And I highly doubt it's going to drop off. I see huge uptrend potential in Bitcoin right now. In fact, it's probably, out of all of the other altcoins, cryptocurrencies, and stuff like that right now to buy, I would be buying Bitcoin. Because long term, in the next few months, it's going to be incredible what it does here on its uptrend, I think, personally. So let's refresh coin market cap and end this video. Close it off. We have 24-hour volume of 70 million, which is a little low, but nothing to be too concerned about. Bitcoin has been regaining its dominance. Excuse me. I'm laying down in my bed right now as I record this video, so my throat's a little tired. But yeah, Bitcoin 80% dominance, so it's gaining dominance over these alts again. We have a total market cap of 12,263,676,000. Our total market capitalization is looking nice. As you can see, we're dropping off in alt market cap right here. We're losing some strength here, and that's a good sign for Bitcoin because it looks like it's gaining some leverage. So that is kind of two things I wanted to point out there. Highest volume, top 5 volume coins would be Bitcoin, Ethereum, Augur, Ripple, and Monero. 7-day ups would be PesoBit, IOCoin, Bitland, Nixty Coin, Fuel Coin, Gold Pieces, but these are pretty low volume. PesoCoin, that may be one to, PesoBit, that may be one to look into. Look looks like it. Yeah, peso bit may be one to look into. Now let's look at 7down vapes. Okay, so yeah, just all these dumps. These have been dumping for a while now. Let's see. 24-hour up. 24-hour down. 1 hour up. Piggy. Looks like we're getting a pump and dump in Piggy. Moon coin. Swap token. Down. Crypto. Block. High voltage. So yeah, that's basically everything today. I appreciate your time, and thank you for watching.